Hello everyone, I'm Nick in the States, and today we're taking a special deep dive into the cheap seats with a Harley Benton ST-20 HSS CA. Or the CA somewhere else in the part number, but anyway, that's it. This is a candy apple red, single coil humbucker equipped Stratocaster, 5-way switch, 2-tone, 1 volume, made of some sort of mystery wood, inexpensively, although pretty good finish. Maple neck, satin finish, no skunk stripe, rosewood fretboard, which actually isn't bad, no name mystery tuners, Harley Benton style logo with 2 cheapo string trees. And quick thing, if you're going to buy a cheap Harley Benton, or actually anything with string trees, Thoman actually sells some really nice uprated string trees you can get right from them. One of the subs on the channel actually suggested them, or one of the guys on the Harley Benton forums. Get them. Makes a big difference, and it's just, apparently these ones catch a little bit. They may affect your intonation or ability to stay in tune well. Your mileage may vary. I haven't tried them. But, you know, for the cheap amount you put into this, it might make sense. So this guy right here, why did I go so cheap? Well, it was $68 US plus shipping to my door. It is a B stock. The only B stocky thing I can find about it is that where is it? There's one little small flake right here, and it's just the finish has got a little bit of impurity in it. Right there. So you can kind of see it. More finger smudge there actually than the thing. Little guy. Aside from that, I really haven't found anything wrong with it. The frets are recessed in nicely, so you don't see the metal of the edge of the metal, metal of the edge of the metal, right back around. But they're not. They could use to be dressed a little bit better. Not the worst one I've ever felt. The nut's actually reasonably well cut. The action's a little high. Woo! The action's a little high, but it's not sky high, and there's no buzzing anywhere up. Yeah, so it's a good little guitar, and you know what I realized? I was talking with Liam yesterday about it. I've never owned a single coil humbucker Strat, an SSH Strat. And why? Because I never liked the aesthetic of a humbucker there. But I'll tell you what, when you're... It's kind of evil. It's nice because it does those slinky stratty things. And then it's a little fire breather there waiting at your disposal. Overall, they're cheap ceramic Strat single coil. I'll clean it up a little bit. Not too bad though, right? Like, the middle. Compare that to the neck. There's not a huge difference in tone between the neck pickup and the middle pickup, and maybe higher up the neck. Maybe a little chimier, but it's not a big swing there. So, is what it is. They very similar tone stuff there, so there's not a lot of variation there, which perhaps just means you can spend a lot more time here, and then 4. There's a nice little step up there when you go and blend those two. Same way in the other one. Between the neck and the bridge, you still... I mean, you can probably get some humbucking out of that, although it's hard to tell here. But it's not the biggest change. But I like the last 3 positions, which is... And yeah, when you go to the humbucker, it really amps things up a bit there. So, you know, this is a quick review. $68. I think they might be €80-ish new, which is dirt cheap. Compared to bullet strats that I've played, I like it better. Even with a little bit of fret bitey and a little high action, I think the setup is still better out of the box than you're going to get out of like a bullet strat, something like that. The pickups could definitely be matched better. You know, the hardware is cheap. It's the old kind of, I think these are just cast saddles. I haven't tried it with a whammy in there. It definitely, as looking through, has a lot of material taking out of the block. So it's not the biggest sustain block. But I was playing and I was like... So without any... Okay, let's try it again. So without any, like, me introducing vibrato to see how long it carries a note, just... It sustains kind of tuningly well, and I think if you put a larger block in there, allegedly, things would sustain a whole lot more, and one of these days, I will try that. Tuners worked well. I'm still leaving these with a stock string on at the moment, which means that they will stretch, go out of tune, annoy the hell out of everybody. Sorry, Brian. So I won't play a ton out of it. This is actually, I got this on a lark for a buddy whose kid's playing, I think, Rocksmith, and he's got some really crappy hand-me-down guitar, and he just wanted something he could spend $50 or $60 on and get a realish guitar that if his kid then wanted to play other stuff, it's flexible. And I like this because it's a Strat, 25.5-inch scale. I like it's classic looking. It gives you the hard rock tones, but if he ever wants to get a little bit more funky or shoegazery, you know, indie rocky, it can kind of do that too. And for the price, I was like, hey, let's pick up one of these for your kid. He's getting a good deal on it from me just to you know, get some content out there on the channel and take a look. Overall, not a bad guitar. If you want to give a guitar as a gift, somebody you don't know if it's going to take. If you've want an extra guitar to hang around if you're going to play head-to-head in Rocksmith, perfectly usable thing. At the $60 range, you really can't go wrong. If you're, you know, you've got some old beater that you kind of hate, but you play guitar a bit, if you can save up another $50 or $60 or euro, wherever you are, and move up into the $120, $130 range, it makes a big difference, right? Like, this is nice, and it's perfectly usable, and I'm sure you could swap out the pickups and do a nice little setup on it, and she'll work great, but you get a much better starting spot with a better Wilkinson bridge and things like that on the slightly higher-end ones. But once again, €60, $68. You really can't complain. And she's pretty. She's pretty. So, it's kind of all I have. It's a little quickie. Red for Valentine's Day. If this gets up before Valentine's Day, fellas, if you have a woman that tolerates your guitar habit and you in any which way, show them some love. Yeah. Red for Valentine's Day. Don't forget. Show some love. Be cool. With that, this short one has come to an end. I've been Nick in the States. Obviously, I have issues. Thank you, folks. Thanks for coming by, sharing it with me. Talk to you soon.